Couple disclaimers before we get into the video. Obviously, we are not your financial advisor, and any information in this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute advice. Hey, it's Brian from the Dividend Investors Club, and this is a 2-minute trade idea where I give my 2 cents on a stock in 2 minutes. And today we're continuing our 10 dividend stocks to buy now series. We're trying to get a wide range of sectors in this series, trying to hit one at least from each sector. And so today we're going to talk about a material stock, Sonoco products. This is the material sector was hit. Just like a lot of cyclical sectors were during the downturn. You can see that from this chart here, materials had been one of those sectors that had led the market higher over the last 6 to 12 months, and that was certainly one that got hit the most on the way down. So you can kind of see this weakness here. Obviously, that was the correction, but cyclical sectors like materials did get hit, and almost every stock in the sectors did feel the pain. And then right in this area, they reported about a week ago. They did miss earnings by a penny, but they guided higher, so you didn't see a huge drop-off on the day of their earnings announcement. And I do think it was overall pretty positive, given the guidance raise and kind of how they feel 2018 is going to go. And so just from a technical perspective, I think you look at where this stock kind of consolidated before, kind of in this 48 to 50 area. We're right there again. We're right around 49. I think it's going to consolidate there again before it heads higher. So I think this is a great entry point for a good stock. But let's go ahead and take a look at the stock profile, and you can kind of see high dividend rating. This is a dividend aristocrat. It's one of the few material stocks in the dividend aristocrat list. And you can see right here, it's 3.2% dividend yield. It's been paying for 35 years straight. So it is a good dividend payer with a great dividend history. And what we've got is we got a kind of a safety and a value kind of in the middle of the range. And I'll show you why I think it's actually a better value than it is right now, than the value ranking showing, because the value ranking tends to look at kind of historical valuation multiples, and we'll take a look at that in a second. But it did go ex-dividend today, unfortunately. But again, this is a stock that we're buying for value because there's upside along with the decent dividends. So I wouldn't let that keep you from buying the stock. So scrolling down here, you can see it is about 12% off from its high, but this is not typically a big a high volatility stock. You can see the historical volatility has been right in the 15% range. So 12% pullback is a normal pullback for this stock. And again, I like to buy stocks when they're pulling back just in a normal range, and what you're used to with a stock like that. And you can see right here, it's pulled back about 12% from its high. But let's take a quick look at the valuation just before we end the video here. And you can kind of see, so it is showing that it's trading at just a slight premium to its historical averages, but these were based off of last year or trailing 12 months, and you can see they did have a little bit of a blip here in earnings, but that's been kind of corrected. And again, they did guide higher, so that they're kind of continuing that trajectory on earnings that you've been seeing, even though kind of sales have been flat. And so if you look at what the PE ratio is on just forward earnings for 2018, you're right around 15.5 times. So that's actually trading at a discount now. So I think this is one that you got to look at, kind of forward earnings, given that good guidance they just put out, and realize this is a very actually good value stock. Again, it's pulled back in a decent range. It's a dividend aristocrat, pays a 3.2% dividend yield, and I do think there is some upside here. So that's my 2 cents on Sonoco, and I think it's a great stock in the material space. I think we all know that the stock market can be a scary place, especially if you're trying to go at it alone, but you don't have to do it. You don't have to be there alone. At the Dividend Investors Club, it's community investors. We're working together to grow and preserve our wealth. So if you like this video, please check us out at dividendinvestorsclub.com. Consider joining the club and joining us, and definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below this video. Take care.